Restocks. Well, did you see all the restocks?
I saw some of them. I don't think I saw them all, though.
Blacklight Venom and Blacklight Spider-Man are back, baby. They're back. I can't even believe this. The Venom was something we hunted for a long time with the t-shirt bundle or whatever.
They were selling for like $200 to $250 a piece when they first came out.
They sure were. And the Spider-Man, another one I think that came with a t-shirt that you hunted down during a Father's Day, if I remember correctly.
You're right. Yeah, that one I think did come with a t-shirt.
Yeah, it came with a t-shirt. And these are Funko Pops from way back when. But Funko is saying, hey, wait a minute. Hold on. This restock thing? Not a big deal. We're putting a new date on it because now it's a new version of the Funko Pop. Do people, like, care?
The people who don't own it, who want it for retail, are cool with it. The people who own it and now it's potentially driving the value down, even if it's a new date, don't like it.
Well, a lot of people right now are going to judge me big time because I don't like this. I think this is terrible, and I wish that Funko never did this. I think a rehash on something that we've already gotten should remain something that came out a couple of years ago, and it's hard to get. That's what collecting is really all about. And now everybody has the opportunity to go out and buy it at retail.
That is not a collectible.
People are going to be like, well, Chris, this gives us the opportunity to get it now.
I know.
How dare you? You're being a real dickmeister over this whole thing.
No, you're not. No, you're not. Because if everybody got their hands on it, it's not a collectible.
Well,
it's just something you buy. It's just something, a trinket, a tchotchke, as they like to say.
A tchotchke. Yes, exactly. It's a perfect name. Yep. It's a tchotchke.
Because all they're going to do is drive the price down. They're making it less rare than it was. I don't even know like the value on those anymore. I don't think it's that high. But still, instead of stickering it with like an exclusive sticker or whatever and it being like exclusive to that time period, don't even give it a sticker. Just call it a common.
You might as well not make it an exclusive. Just make it a Funko Pop that you just put out there in like a common form. That way you can just keep reprinting it. But we've talked about this for many years. When you have a store exclusive, they can make as many as they want. It doesn't even matter. So these have new dates on them. It says Target stores are getting in restocks of Blacklight Eddie and Spider-Man. No combo needed. Both have new production dates. So that's how you're going to tell the difference. But something like this is from years ago now. I remember Eddie Brock came out right around the time of the pandemic because we had to wear masks and we were going in stores that had no one in them.
You're right.
Right? Because we were tracking them down. We were like real hunters. That was the real last hunt we've ever had. Was that Eddie Brock.
Yeah, that was hardcore too. I remember driving like an hour away.
We were all over the place trying to get those things. We were buying them for friends, buying them for us, and we had a hard time finding the damn things. My issue with stuff like this isn't even the value of it being the reproduction of it. Like, we have those memories of hunting things and how much fun it was to go and hunt. When we went and hunted those Eddie Brocks, that was such a great time. I remember you and I think we got like breakfast. We made like a day of it. And when we finally got it, it was like, oh my God, we got the Holy Grail, right? At the moment, it felt like the Holy Grail. By restocking this stuff and then just slapping a new date on it, it just cheapens everything. Yeah. And like, will these sell out is the big question. Like, are people so hungry for those Funko Pops, will they sell out or will they end up at Marshall's? I just don't understand. So guess what? This isn't these aren't the only Funko Pops. Now, Omega from Bad Batch, Target exclusive Omega is restocking in stores and has a new production date. So they're doing it again. What I'm saying is if Funko has the green light now just to reproduce everything, which it seems like they've been doing it for quite a while. Mm-hmm. I mean, look, Anti-Venom was another one from the Venom line. Oh my God. What a Funko Pop that was. It was a rare one. People were fighting and screaming to get the thing, and then they re-release it. And they're like, oh, it has a new production date. How are you guys feeling about this? I want to know what you guys think in the comment section about new production dates. Again, I don't really care. Like, if I just wanted those Funko Pops, I could just go out and buy them. It doesn't matter to me, right? It just doesn't. I just go and buy them. They got new production dates on them. I personally do not pay attention. But as a collector and as a fan and as a person that has stories from getting these things, seeing it back on the shelf again, it just feels like a big slap to the face.
It does.
And I wonder if they will affect the value of those.
I would imagine so. If it's like a heavy remake, it can be found anywhere, absolutely. If it's just like 3 or 4 on a shelf somewhere, then no.
This is a product of Funko having a hard time, and they know that if they remake stuff like this, it will sell and they'll make money from it. So Target isn't going to turn these down. Target wants stuff like this because these are hot ticket items that they remember from the past.
Yeah.
When these were on the shelves, they sold real fast.
Yeah.
Will they sell real fast now?
They hardly touched the shelves before they sold.
Oh my God, hell yeah. I remember the guy who ended up giving us ours or handing us ours to buy, it was like locked away in a cabinet.
Yeah.
Like we had to go up and it was almost like we had to give him a password to get the thing. But we ended up getting it. That's what I'm talking about, like that whole story. I know people right now are listening to me and they're just like, oh, Chris, all you do is bitch and bitch and bitch about stuff like this. But the specialness of it, like that's what made me more connected to Funko. Where in like instances like that. Like I don't go out and buy Hasbro figures or the Marvel the Marvel Legends and the Star Wars Black Series. Like they're cool, but they're not like a Funko Pop. Like Funko Pops are just so far different.
They are. Let's stop talking about, oh, I remember the hunt, it was so special. If you saw that Eddie Brock and you had to have it and you couldn't wait, you went on Macari, you bought it for like $100.
Yes.
Imagine if you spent that kind of money on it and then next week you're walking through a Target and you see the pop sitting on the shelf. It doesn't matter when you purchase it, $100 is $100 no matter when you're spending it. I don't even know how much has that pop been going for?
What, the Venom and Spider-Man? I'll pull it up right now. I'll tell you.
Do that. So the latest sold listing was $13.30. They had sealed box sets going for like $25. So for the black light.
Yeah.
So they're not really valuable, but let's pretend that they were.
Well, $36 to $50 for Spider-Man right here.
Okay.
So $36 to $50.
I'm checking sold listings on Macari.
Okay. And then if we were to look up Venom Black Light.
I think it's Eddie Brock. Oh, there it is.
Okay, $20 to $31. So I guess in terms of like the affecting value part of it, I guess you really can't affect the value. I mean, you're just going to bring it down to retail at this point. When's it end? How many restocks are we going to see out of stuff like this? Funko killed their everything by reproducing stuff or overproducing stuff. So why would they ever think that this is a good idea? This is a horrible idea.
I still stand by everything I said. If we were to pretend that this were the same prices as it was selling for when it first came out, okay? Imagine if it still held that type of value, how pissed people would be. They do this with a pop that is valued at $100, $200, etc.
Well,
I mean,
they do that all the time. That's what I'm talking about. They got to stop doing this.
They do. I mean, what's stopping them from making pops that are worth $200 and more? They could justify it by saying, oh, well, that used to be a 48 piece count. But that was back in 2014. Now it's 2024 and we're going to make it a 5,000 piece count. We're just going to redo 5,000 of them, but it'll have a new date on the bottom. What if they did something that crazy?
They'd be pissing off a lot of people.
They would be. Now, I don't think they would actually do that with like a very low piece count item.
No, I don't think they would either. I don't think they would either.
But if they're rerunning exclusives like this, they've already admitted that they can rerun con exclusives. What would stop them if there's a new production date?
They have a new CEO. The new CEO is trying to make money. They're pumping out product like this in order to sell it and clear up whatever the hell they're trying to do over there. But I think they're just turning into a bottom of the barrel dollar store toy company. I mean, that's kind of what's going on. I don't see, the only thing that I see them doing any different is the Project Fred thing and that anime figure, like that Voltron thing that I ended up getting the other day. Outside of that, they're doing the same old bullcrap. That's why I keep saying New York Comic Con, I don't even give a crap of what Funko's doing. Although I do. There is one thing I do care about. I'm going to show that here in a second. But overall, they're like the last thing I even care to go and see during the convention.
They should really keep pops and sodas, if sodas are even a thing anymore, sacred. If they want to sell to the masses, then they create a product that they can produce a lot of, similar to a pop in a way, potentially, that they can sell at your Five Belows.
Well, they do that because all those little minifigs.
Well,
that
not just that. They
Just
sell
a whole new
pops
product.
there. Yeah, like a whole new product. Why are they taking what was once known as a collectible that people were heavily after that could be rare and making them not rare anymore?
Tchotchkes, as you said earlier.
Yeah, tchotchkes.
They're filling these stores up with garbage. And now Target, I don't know if you've been to a Target recently. I know we have. And our Target the shelves are just full of stuff people don't want anymore.
Yeah.
Like, it's a lot of Funko product
It
sitting on those
is.
shelves. That is sad. I remember going to like Target and there would be a little bit there, but a lot of that stuff was picked through. You could tell that chases were purchased at some point because things are knocked out of the way. Not that much Funko product just sitting there and like wasting away.
Yeah.
It's a completely different ballgame. Now, I don't know. I really don't know how they bounce back from this based off of what we're talking about in this video. It's laughable. How about the mystery boxes? Somebody shared a photo with us today. The mystery boxes, which we ended up ordering some. Still haven't seen the box. I have no idea where the hell it is. But somebody shared a picture today. It's all garbage.
Yeah.
It's like, what were those little crystal-looking Funko Pops? It was like one of those.
Faceted.
Yeah, faceted. Johnny Knoxville was in there. Like, it was just a lot of stuff people don't care about. It's like stuff you see on Funko.com that's going for like $4.99 per. No like super awesome figures or numbered figures or anything.
To be fair though, I think that was like a $20 box and you get 2 pops.
I agree. So it's a $20 box and that's great. Or it might have been more than that. I think it's maybe 50 or 25.
I think it was 20 or 20.
Whatever it was, there should have been a number of things that were packed in there. And so far, you're not hearing anybody talk about, oh my God, I got something really cool out of this thing.
Yeah.
Look, I know we sound like big complainers talking about them remaking these Funko Pops that we bought like many years ago. I know it sounds like we're complaining about it, but really it's that we want to see Funko do cool things again. And I feel like that ship has way sailed.
Yeah.
Like, what the hell? Like, here's what I'll say, though. So there is a New York Comic Con exclusive that I'm super stoked about, Jolly Jacko. And this happens to be made, or the guy behind it is, what's his name? Something V. I can't remember his first name. Anyway, he's like a guy all over social media. He like helps people build their social media. But these are called V Friends because that's his last name. He's Gary V. I'm excited about this.
He's adorable.
He's adorable. This character, this is one of the hot characters for the convention. I think it's one of those things that when the convention is over, people are going to be like, oh my God, I wish I got that thing.
Did you fill it out?
I did. So this is a form. It says, V Friends has reserved 200 Jolly Jacko Pops at NYCC. Fill out the form and hope for the best. 50 spots per day. The remaining 800 pieces are most likely for the Funko reservation. So I've had a lot of people reach out to us and ask, what do we want from the convention? Truthfully, we really don't want anything. But I would like this guy, and I would like the Headless Freddy Funko.
Yeah.
What do you call him? He has a name.
Headless Horseman?
Like a Headless Horseman sort of deal. I love that Funko Pop, and I love this Funko Pop. Outside of that, I don't care. That's
Same.
so abnormal.
It really is.
It used to be that Heather and I would buy all sorts of Funko Pops from conventions like this.
Yeah.
We would be crazed over like 15 different things that we needed.
Yeah.
We don't need anything this time.
No.
And look, it isn't the fact that it's an overabundance of stuff that we purchased over the years, although that is a little sliver of it. They just literally are doing they're making poor moves. Now they're remaking the stuff that we absolutely love. I'm looking at all of it up there. All my Black Light Funko Pops, you think they're going to remake them all? What if they popped out that Ghost Rider again? Son of a B. I wouldn't like that at all. But who knows? What's next? What is Funko willing to do next? And I feel like every day, a little bit of my Funko soul, my little the Funko soul, a little happy Funko soul is being torn away by shreds, and it's just this big corporate monster sitting behind it. You know, we talked to Brian Mariotti about his brand new company, Thrilljoy. And I think a lot of the things that he's bringing is a lot of fun. And it might make up for what's going on with Funko personally. But one thing that he said in our interview, which you'll see very soon, is that he was tired of being a part of a publicly traded company.
Yes.
And that's what's happened with Funko. When it became publicly traded, that's when the company really changed. Everything changed at that point, and it hasn't been the same since.
Because what you're trying to do is you're trying to make more money to appease the people that are putting money into your business.
Exactly. More money, more problems.
Yep. I got 99 problems, and Funko has 99 of them.
Was not as good.
I'm not a rapper.
You're not.
I'm not a rapper.
I don't think you have to tell us that.
I couldn't figure it out.
I don't think you have to mention that. I think we already knew. But we want to know what you think about all this. Of course, these Funko Pops are not as valuable as we once thought. Or actually, years ago they were. But now, I haven't looked at the prices in a long time. I didn't know what we were going to say. But I know the prices have dropped. But remaking Funko Pops and then putting new production labels, I know there's going to be an overwhelming amount of people saying, Chris, you're complaining too much, and I just love this.
It was only a $20 or $30 pop.
I'm able to get the Funko Pop, and that's what matters, and I'm happy and everything. But, you know, you're part of the problem. I think a lot of people who are complaining that Funko didn't make enough or that things sold out too fast is what really damaged Funko, aside from the problems that we've seen over the last couple of years. But the overproduction has everything to do with people saying that they missed it, please make more. That's the bottom line.
Yeah.
That's it.
I think so too. So I was being a little bit rude. I didn't mean to be, but I was looking up the value for Carnage Black Light.
Oh.
It's currently worth $75.
Okay. Oh my God, imagine they remake that.
Well, remember when it was like 300 plus?
Oh, yeah.
The problem is, I know that there's a lot of fakes out there. So if you know about the Carnage Black Light Pop, let me know. Does the $75 value have to do with fakes, or is it just because it hasn't held its value?
Good question.
Yeah, but I'd be curious about that one, and then the Ghost Rider.
Oh my God, Ghost Rider. That was something that popped up on Funko.com. Like randomly. It wasn't announced, and I happened to be on the website and I was able to order one.
You're not going to believe this.
What is that?
It says $50.
Oh my goodness. I think that was the price of the pop itself when it first came out.
Just
that is unbelievable. I remember the day of it was selling for like $250. It was like insanity. That was like the grail of the Black Light collection for a minute. But and then Carnage too. But look,
and Hulk, remember Hulk? That was up there.
Everything changed.
Yeah.
Everything changed. But we want to know your thoughts and more about all of this in the comment section down below. In every video, we like to shout out to some of our patrons from Patreon. In this video, we'd like to shout out to Kathy Roberts, John DeLuca, The Vin Cat, Roland Roach, Dr. Applesauce, Brandy and Keith Villa, Brandon Staton, David Chung, Nick Fillet, and Elizabeth Orzon Wednesday. Thank you guys so much for your continued support. We appreciate all of our patrons. You guys are awesome. And if you want to become a patron, check out patreon.com/Gastlecast to find out ways that you can support the channel and win prizes during our Google Meet chats that we do every single month. We have a great time there. We show you previews of upcoming Mischief Toys things. Sometimes we give away Mischief Toys things, and we give away Funko Pops and all sorts of other collectibles, so check it out. I actually got a message from our friend DOE710 the other day, who is a happy patron, and he wasn't even a part of the call and won a prize, and he messaged us on Instagram saying, man, that was so cool, and I'm so glad that I was a part of this Patreon so I could win these prizes. So a big shout out to you, man. I'm so glad that you won. He won a couple of horror pops. That's great. So check out patreon.com/Gastlecast if you want to check that out. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the little bell. That way you'll know anytime we go live or post brand new content. You don't want to miss our new content. We have a real blast here. So come back and watch future videos, and come back for our lives between 8 and 9 p.m. Eastern every Sunday. All right, that's all we've got for you this time. Thank you so much for staying tuned and staying until the very end. We'll see you in the next one.
Bye.